If you ever wondered why some owners would give up their fully paid HDB and take on another huge loan just to buy a condo, then this video might interest you. Because what I want to share is the one shift in perspective I've seen among those who chose to make the move. And if you think that it's just all about chasing capital gains or growing wealth, you might be surprised. Now, this is something deeper, something most people overlook. Once you see it, it changes how you approach your property decisions entirely. And it's a pattern I've seen across hundreds of conversations with HDB owners who have been in this same exact situation. Once you see these shifts, it will reshape how you think about your next big property move. Short property stories from real conversations. By the way, I'm Gaynor, and I've met hundreds of property upgraders and investors, and these are their real stories. So if you want to avoid costly mistakes and make better decisions, do check them out, and the links are just below. Now, the idea of this video really started when I met a family staying in a 5-room HDB flat. The unit was 28 years old and almost fully paid. Before meeting them, I assumed that they were just exploring options to upgrade, like many families at this stage. But during our conversation, I realized that they were stuck in a real and common dilemma. Why should we give up a fully paid HDB and take on a new condo loan? Honestly, that's a valid question. Because let's be real, a fully paid flat means zero debt, no money installments, and no financial stress. But here's something we often overlook. Most of us prefer to stay in a state of comfort. It's like work. We don't just change jobs for the sake of change. If the income is steady and the working environment is good, we stay. It's only when things start to feel uncomfortable or when something clearly better comes along, then we begin to consider a move. So in many ways, we only give something up when we believe what we are getting in return is worth more. Let me give you a simple example. Now, imagine you're shopping for a new bag. There's a genuine leather one that costs $800. It's well made and practical. And there's a luxury brand bag that costs $5,000. Now, both do the same thing. But some people still choose the more expensive one. Why? Because what they are really paying for is the feeling, the brand, the recognition, the way it elevates their presence at events. To them, that feeling is worth the extra $4,200. And that's the trade-off they are willing to pay. And there's no right or wrong. It just depends on what matters more to you. And in property, it's no different. If your current home still feels good enough, and you have fully paid it off, no stress, then why change the status quo? But once you're clear on what matters more to you at this stage of life, and you're willing to let go of your current comfort for something better, that's when the decision becomes real. Because people who made the move, they understood exactly what the trade-off was, and they were okay with it. Now, here's something I always tell my clients. If you cannot clearly see that what you're gaining is worth more than what you're giving up, then it's probably not the right move. For example, if your fully paid HDB is near an MRT and a mall, and you're considering a condo that's smaller, further away with a huge loan, plus it doesn't feel like a lifestyle upgrade, then honestly, the trade-off does not make sense. But let's say the new condo has stronger growth potential and you are okay giving up some space or convenience because it helps grow your retirement funds, then maybe that move is worth considering. So it is really about having the clarity on what you are trading and what you are getting in return. And that's exactly what I explored during that conversation with the family I mentioned earlier. Throughout our conversation, I kept bringing them back to this simple trade-off question. What are you giving up and what are you getting in return? And as we kept talking, the pieces began to fall in place. Because it's not about me giving a yes or no. It's about them reaching a decision that they are truly comfortable with. And in their case, the trade-off made sense. They knew that if they stay put, their HDB would be 48 years old in 20 years' time. And as the lease runs down, the future resale value would likely stagnate. So by moving now, they are getting a newer property, higher future asset value, and an upgraded lifestyle. So now that we have a much better understanding of what a trade-off is, how can we apply this to get clarity on our own situation? Usually during my discussions with clients when they explore property options, there are 3 important steps that I will run through with them. First, look at the next property that you are considering and ask, what area or life objective does it serve better than your current home? And list out the pros and cons. For example, some clients share that the move is for their children's primary school, which is just 5 minutes walk away, but it also means sacrificing some space. Second, compare this new option with your current home. Line up the pros and cons side by side and highlight the ones you are truly willing to give up in exchange. For example, you are paying just $500 monthly installment now, but are you prepared to commit to $5,000 monthly just to be within 1 kilometer of your kid's preferred school? Third, ask this question. Will this trade-off make you better off or not in the near future? And once you have gained that clarity, the decision will become obvious to you. So that's it for today's video. I hope you understand how this trade-off perspective can help you gain clarity on your next property decision. And if you want to know more real stories like this to help you think differently about your next step, feel free to follow along as I share them regularly. Gaynor from Property Made Simple, and I'll see you in the next story.